Welcome to another episode, my 7th episode to be exact, of I'm Just Sharing with Shonda. I'm Shonda, and this podcast is about my profound experiences that I have with my customers and how they affect me inside and outside the workplace. So I'm just going to hop right into this. Yesterday, it's my day off, and I stayed in bed all day. I believe everybody has that one feeling of just not wanting to do anything. I felt super down. And still, like right now, this morning, I went to the gym. And I would say this is my first time being out of the zone and my mind not being there, like what I'm doing. So it was pretty interesting of just trying to get back. And just having my last day off to like get everything done and in place. But it's just adapting to different circumstances. And I guess that just rose me into saying, when I have customers come into the store and they're adapting to theirs. Again, this is something that I have customers do them to themselves. They get approved. We say that customers get approved for 10 lines on their account, which is awesome sauce. And whatever they decide to put on, they decide to put on. However, they talk to their family members of them getting a phone for their family member and then having them pay for it, them give them the money type of deal. That's a thing. And I don't know how that conversation goes, but in the store, they're so positive. They're like, yeah, they're going to love it. And then months go by that they do love the phone, but then family doesn't follow through all the time. And I don't know. They come looking for me for why is my bill like this? I'm like, all right, let's talk. And a lot of people don't understand, and actually I try to help them understand what they're getting into, that we do month-to-month installments for 36 months, 3 years, that you are going to be with us. And also the way how promotions are broken down as well. You get credits, like we got $1,000 off. The iPhone 15 is about to launch soon. It's going to be a deal on that. And explaining to people that you're going to get $1,000 off. That $1,000 is broken down in monthly credits. So, y'all not just going to give it to me, like the whole $1,000? I'm like, what does that look like? What does AT&T look like? Do you think that anybody's just going to give you $1,000? Depending on who you are. Depending on who you are, maybe. But this is still an installment agreement. This is you agreeing to get a brand new phone on a discounted price. No, we're not just going to give you $1,000 off of your phone. It's month to month. We want you to stay. We want you to love our service. Explaining that to customers. And looking on their bill. They know that this is a discounted phone, but obviously on a bill, it's going to show something a little bit different. They're not going to show you the full discounted price. No, they're going to show you the full price of the phone. The discount is on the left side of the paper where you see one-time credit. And you'll see that one-time credit because on that a little bit off to the left, smaller print, says 1 out of 36 months, 2 out of 36 months. And you'll keep continuously, it's a word, seeing that month to month. And that's what that credit is. And then also have people who want to pay off the phone early. So I have to explain to them, when they do come in as well, talking about, I just want to pay off the remaining balance of the phone. You can. It's at the point of sale. It's the moment that you're getting your phone. But if you're okay with the discounted monthly installment on your plan, then that's what you agree to. Now that you want to come in and pay off the phone, it can't happen. The agreement is that you want to get the credit for 36 months, and that's what you signed off of. So if you come in and say, hey, I want to pay off my phone, understand that you are not paying the discounted price. You are paying the full price of the phone because you're breaking that agreement. You want to take this phone somewhere else. You want to use it for something else, whatever. The person doesn't give you the money for it, whatever. You need to get this off of your account. And then when they understand that they can't do it, what am I supposed to do? I don't want this phone. It's so aggressive. So aggressive. I have so many customers who just get riled up. I'm like, this is something that you wanted. This is something that I helped you get. This was all in agreement the day that you got your phone. Don't take it out on me. You need to go talk to your family member. Like, you need to go talk to them. I don't know. Like, what? Don't put that on me, sir. Don't put that on me, ma'am. Let's talk, though. So, when I say adapting to your circumstances, it's something that you decided to do. You decided to do this, and you just have to adapt. Give it to somebody else. I don't know. You can suspend this line. It's still going to be the same as if it were active, unfortunately. But no, then they threaten that they're just going to go. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can go. I'm not stopping you. Just know that if you leave, the remaining charge of the full device will be charged on your account. Oh, okay. I don't know what to say, sir. I don't know what to say, ma'am. I gave you all the information that I can. It's unfortunate that your family member did not fall through for you, but it's just, you got to make the adjustments. You're going to figure it out, because that's all anybody can do. For me, outside currently, I've been in this house for 3 to 4 years now, which has been lovely. It's been awesome sauce. And now it's time for me to kick the curb. Kick myself to the curb. Not really, technically. I mean, it is. I have to get in that mindset of I cannot stay here anymore. I love this home. It's beautiful. But circumstances are changing. My two friends, are married now. And they're getting in a place where they can, financially take care of this home by themselves. Before, it was me and a couple other roommates, and he was renting out rooms, and I was part of that. I became associate to roommate to friend and best friend along that journey, and it's been beautiful. But now it's just time to cut off ties. It's, mostly because they can financially handle this, and they need the space now. They have like plans on how they want to have the downstairs to look, painting, decor, all the fun stuff when it comes to decorating your home. And I have this space, this beautiful room, / studio or whatever. But it's now time for me to spread my wings and fly out of this place. And as I'm getting myself together, getting all the information that I had years ago, apartment shopping, 1,100, 1,200, budgeting for that. Still crazy amount, I thought was a crazy amount. But now I have a certain way of living that I want to see myself in a certain apartment, and it's beautiful to think about. So then as I'm going and I'm apartment shopping and, asking for tours, and this one particular apartment that I fell in love with, and I can definitely see myself there, I'm putting all the prices together. $1,600 a month. And that's not even including any amenities, like any extra things. I would love to get a dog in the future. But $1,600. Sorry if I'm raising my voice here. But it's just because it's crazy the way how I think things are going to stay the same, if that all makes sense. And I just thought that it was, and it's not. To my surprise, I just looked around this building, and I wanted to knock on each and every person's door just to ask, what do you do? What do you do? Because obviously, the job that I'm in right now, it's beautiful. I can take care of my car, insurance, my space, different things. I feel comfortable. Now, compared to what I will be paying, and I want to get out the mindset of scarcity, of being small. I definitely want to feel bigger in my space and in my mindset financially as well. I feel like I'm cool. But just thinking about paying another Yeah, like another $2,000 I'm going to say out of my own pocket it's insane, but I have to adjust and adapt to the circumstances I'm going to put myself in, and it's going to be a positive one for sure. I can't wait to get my own place and decorate it the way I want and have this going in a good space. But it's just mind-blowing what this world is coming to, what the payment is coming to. And if I wait another year, who knows where stuff is going to be? I'm like, I don't want to be the type of person too. And I mean, hard work is hard work. I don't know where I'm going to be at in the matter of a couple of months, and I'm saying this because I don't want to have two jobs just to live, and I'm not living. I'm living to survive, and I don't want to do that. I don't see myself doing that. I mean, it's crazy. I have dreams about it, but I won't and I will not make that sacrifice. So like what I'm doing is just sacrificing my time, my energy into studying. I really want to get into the Security Plus exam. I'm going to get my certificate. I'm going to get in cybersecurity, and I'm going to make the money that I'm going to make and feel comfortable and have the freedom of not like the freedom of doing what I want and not having my career do that for me. Right now, I feel like I'm not running my life. It's all work, 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 and sacrifice after sacrifice after sacrifice, just like everybody else. I'm very sorry for the light. It's beautiful though, and this is the kind of lighting that I need. This is very off topic, but I just realized like from my camera on how the light looks and whatever, and I definitely need another light in here because I usually record in the dark, so it's just dark on this side and it's just the light projecting from me. Back on topic. I want to feel comfortable and not worrying about money, as everybody does, because I have customers come in and be like, I shouldn't be paying a car payment for a phone bill. And again, people putting themselves in their own circumstances. Well, you agreed that you need another phone. You agreed to add another line on your account. You agreed to get a couple watches and a couple tablets. And it is for 36 months. And the way how you get out of that is having somebody else pay it for you, friends or family members, or you pay it off and you get your bill lower. But in the beginning of this, as salespeople, we make commission. I have to sell to you. I can't just be okay with making the bare minimum. This and all the money that I make from you is going into my pocket for bills that I have to pay. And I think that all runs me back to what people look at, where I work, is that it's just not like, to me, a real place of business. Like, you're just a person, middleman to certain circumstances, but then they also don't see me as a middleman because, like, you can handle this, customer service told me to, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. I'm doing the best that I can to explain the solutions and what to expect, but here we are. I like both inside of work and outside of work. I get upset as just another person. Excuse me, when it comes to these prices, like, how I'm going to get this money? Who do you think I am? And what do I look like? That type of question every time. But I'm putting myself in this mindset of not a scarcity mindset. I want to think bigger. I want to think better. And that's where I'm going to be. And I know that I am. So it's all me manifesting. I've been doing this, Yesterday was really off. I just stayed in bed and just in my room. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to do anything. And it's getting me emotional because it's not where I'm at currently. And to me, it's sad. I'm 26 years old, and I just felt when I was younger, I was going to be in a different spot. I thought, I'm going to start off with a studio. I'm going to get a studio, then an apartment, and then a condo. I could never see myself in the house, and I do see myself with, like, Dobermans, German Shepherds, Rottweilers, those. It was just a whole thing. Now I look at my life, and I'm like, wow, What have I done? And I've done a lot. I know that. I want to appreciate this journey that I've been on. I want to appreciate my friends and family and them pushing me to get where I needed to be. But now it's that all aside, I have to do it all myself. Because at the end of the day, my friends, my family can't make decisions for me. I have to. And they can't see me like where I want to be. I mean, they can see it, but hopefully, like I am the only person that can do this, if that all makes sense. I'm the only person that can get myself where I need to be. And wow, it's just tough to think about. It's confusing. It's a whole thing. I'm saying that adapting to my circumstances and my future circumstances is going to be good. It seems pretty negative the way how that comes off, but it's just like, no, I'm going to adapt to what I'm going to put myself in, and I have to make choices to see my outcome in the future. And currently I was listening to Make the Shift with Lauren on Instagram, and she was just talking about the choices and controlling my circumstances. And with the circumstances I see myself going, I have to make the choices now to be in that and for myself, because currently I put everybody else first. I put my friends first right now. I feel like I'm putting my friends first more because of their circumstances, and I'm not really thinking about mine because I'm like, mine is going to come. But then I put myself in this point where like I need to do something now, but it's just like, no, I'm doing something for somebody else, and I don't know how to balance that. I don't know how to adjust. And I guess yesterday when I was just laying in my bed and thinking about that and just being down, I was saying that I have to put me first. I have to make the choices that I need to make to get where I need to get and make sacrifices. And it's tough, but I just know that it's going to take me places that I've never been before, and not letting my career control my life. I want to control my own life, and my career just falls into place. Currently, I just don't feel like that, because being in sales, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy, it's overtime, even though they don't want us to go overtime. But it's like, I need to make sure that I get these sales. I have to make sure that these all close, because these are people who are my paycheck. The people are my paycheck. My reps are my paycheck. I have to stay on top of all of them. And it's stressful. And I don't think that there's like a way, or if my company provides someone to talk to. So it's just finding someone outside of that to understand where I'm going from. And I definitely feel that I need like a life coach slash therapist, both of them hand in hand, but that's money too. Everything just all comes back down to money, and I hate it. And it's just sad. It's just where we are in the world. So, I am going to continue to my random thought. And I just had my random thought today, and it just pissed me off because I just forgot about it. But don't worry, I have random thoughts in my phone, because this is just this just takes some time. So when I take a nap in the afternoon, I tend to stay awake like a couple hours after I'm supposed to be sleeping. So I don't know, just the energy in that nap. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm up after 10, and then it's 11, and it's 12, and then it's going on like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, dang, I should be asleep. But I've just been scrolling on my phone throughout the hours that I've been up, and I should be asleep. But I blame the nap. That's why I try to avoid naps in the afternoon, because I'm up all night after. But afternoon naps are awesome. So I feel so refreshed. I feel energized. It feels really good. What am I supposed to do with that energy if I don't feel like going to the gym, or I'm just walking around the house? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm just going to take it, and that's about it. I'm moving on to appreciate the little things. Okay. Today am going to appreciate books. One reason is because I've been to Barnes and Nobles a couple times, and I haven't read books throughout the pandemic, so it's crazy that I feel like I'm catching up in a way on these books. And I was in Barnes and Noble that opened up in White Marsh, and it was pretty nice. The smell of books is refreshing. And seeing how many people in there, and also just keeping an ear out on like the conversations that other people are having. Yes, I am that person. I do want to listen to what you're saying because your life is interesting and I don't even know you. So, but hearing them talk about this certain book or trying to put somebody on another book and the conversations that are had about books, it's just pretty interesting. Books are genius. There's writers out there who just, again, fantastic minds when it comes to book writing, filmmaking, writers, anything. You're building a whole world that doesn't exist, and having a very imaginative mind, it helps. And sometimes it's hard for me to imagine certain things. It's crazy because like with certain books and there's a spicy sex scene or whatever, my couple books when I was younger, 50 Shades of Grey, the whole thing I read at a young age in school, and I'm just like, yeah, nobody can stop me. I'm reading a book. Yeah. And those scenes that were said, I just love those. But when it comes to like describing a area or location, sometimes it's very hard for me to picture a world with, I don't know, somebody selling something over here in a certain spot in this gray area. And I have this whole thing going on in my head that's like a desert. And then when they put it on Netflix and make it, I'm like, it's not even close to a desert. I was way off. And then also the people that I imagine them to be, because you bring up your own image of when they describe a person. But then when they bring it up on Netflix, I'm like, this is the closest that they got. This person is way off from what I was thinking of. Yeah, books are amazing though. Books, I would say read more, people. When I read with my sister, she was reading Bet on Black, and I am still reading Atomic Habit. We were in White Marsh, and it was so crazy because she was on chapter 16 and I was on chapter 16 of my book, and we read a chapter, and after we just had a conversation about like the book that she was reading, what she found about the chapter, same thing as well. And I'm just like, wow, I like this. I really wanted to start or join a book club. It was like, Shonda, that's like work, right? Like they meet up every week. They take notes. So you got to always like read. And I'm like, yeah, true. And I don't have time for that. So it was cool just spending the time with my sister and having that moment and just appreciating what books can offer. And I'm all a part of the personal growth, so it's been nice reading that. And then I have some fantasy books and dating books. It's a couple, mostly personal growth. It's like what I'm slowly aiming towards, because we're all trying to figure it out, especially me right now in this moment. Yeah, so I just want to thank everyone for either listening or watching on YouTube, and I'm on Apple and Spotify. So share with me your experiences at, imjustsharingpod@gmail.com. Follow me on my social at I am sharing with Shonda on Instagram, YouTube. Oh man, this is all over the place. I blame me and how I was feeling yesterday, but again, I'm back and I'm pushing myself and I'm happy. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thanks guys. Bye. Oh, right. Please rate, like, comment, and subscribe. There it is. Bye.